Pirated content receives over 230 billion views a year globally, and the estimated revenue loss for the movie industry is tens of billions of dollars. The most pirated movie on PirateBay is Jurassic World, with over 37 million total downloads. But how are people getting away with downloading movies on PirateBay? Firstly, let's cover how torrenting works and how you're incriminating yourself when downloading from PirateBay and similar torrent sites. Let's say you're sitting at home on a Friday night and decide to watch a movie. Like any other person, you go to Netflix and turn on the greatest movie series ever produced, The Twilight Saga. Contemplating your life decisions and how you ended up here, you find yourself on PirateBay. Now, when selecting to download the Twilight Saga, what happens is a process called torrenting, which I will try to explain to you as one would to a member of parliament. Torrenting is like a group of friends swapping pieces of a puzzle until everyone has the full picture. Those sharing pieces of the puzzle are called seeders, and those receiving pieces of the puzzle are called leechers. As soon as you receive a piece, you will be able to share a copy of it to a leecher. Initially, when a movie is uploaded on PirateBay, there's only one seeder, since that person is the only one in possession of the puzzle pieces.
Why should you go to jail for a crime someone else noticed?
Firstly, the owner of the movie you want to download has copyright of said product, meaning they have the exclusive right to distribute the work by producing copies of it and by making it available to the public. So when you are sharing files while uploading on PirateBay, you are making copies of the copyrighted product available to the public, resulting in infringement. Now you may think, okay, why don't I just disable uploading on my program when I decide to torrent from PirateBay and only download? Then I'm not sharing it to the public, right?
They put you in jail right away. No trial, no nothing.
Well, it is also illegal to produce copies of a product when the copy, the actual template, has been made available to the public in violation of the copyright. But how are people getting away with downloading on PirateBay? And how can sites like this still to this day be able to operate without any legal consequences?
You can't keep getting away with this!
The most common practice for a copyright holder, like a film studio, to get retribution from a pirate goes like this. A film company finds out how their movies have been shared. The peer-to-peer technology used today is not encrypted, and anyone who wishes can find out what material has been shared by which IP addresses. Some film companies use the software Maverick Eye, which is specifically designed to monitor copyrighted material that has been shared using peer-to-peer technology. The film companies can obtain detailed lists that, for example, show all downloads of a specific movie, complete with time, geographical location, operator, and IP addresses. Specialized law firms are hired to drive operators to disclose information. Naturally, the film companies want to know who was connected to each IP address at the time of the download, which is information that only the internet service providers possess. A judge later decides if the request for the disclosure of customer information is reasonable according to applicable legislation. Finally, there would also be a need for a search warrant. The problem arises when there are several people in a household and the prosecutor can't prove which one of them pirated the movie, saying they all shared the computer. Many pirates also use VPNs that masks the IP addresses, making it extremely difficult identifying the actual IP address without the VPN service complying with the court's ruling.
Where's the storage unit?
It's with your warrant.
Some VPN services and internet providers also store their clients' data for a total of only 24 hours. And if they don't store files about their customers, it makes it impossible to tie an IP number to a specific client. Now you may ask, okay, instead of targeting the slippery pirates, how come no one is taking down all these sites that people are pirating from? As we have discussed, torrent sites use peer-to-peer technology, which means that the files are not hosted on a central server. That being the case, PirateBay is only the middleman, facilitating the copying of files from one person to another. This makes it more difficult to completely stop the distribution of the content. Websites like the PirateBay also have a history of quickly changing domain names and moving their servers to host a site, to different countries. This makes it difficult for authorities to keep up, as each move may require new legal proceedings in a new jurisdiction. Finally, the judiciary and authorities have limited resources and are prioritizing other law enforcement actions over shutting down torrent sites, especially if they do not see direct and serious consequences of the site's activities.